Secondly, to use variables, they generally have to have values. When we use a variable without actually giving it a value, we usually trigger something called a null pointer exception. We'll talk about exceptions later, they're kind of like errors, but generally, exceptions occur when we break the rules of programming. One way to break the rules is by trying to use a variable that doesn't have a value yet. Imagine if I asked you, what color shoes am I wearing? The variable is shoe color, and you know the value would probably be some color like black or brown, but you don't know the answer, so you can't answer the question. Now imagine if I were to tell you, please paint this wall the same color as my shoes. If you don't know what color my shoes are, you're unable to complete my instruction. That's what happens when we use a variable in programming that doesn't have a value. The program can't proceed, so it throws up an exception and it just stops. In a few places, we can actually use this to our advantage. Instead of just using the variable as if it had a value, we can check, does this variable have a value? The computer usually has a way of saying, I don't know, and it's called null. Null is the value for any variable that hasn't been assigned a value otherwise. So if a variable's value is null, then we know it hasn't yet received a value, and we can check that before moving forward.